Next, let's fill out our work records for the day. Click on the Work Records tab and click on New Record to start a new report. Here you can see that the information data fields are similar to what we've already covered. Fill in the appropriate information as required by your company. Once all the information is filled in, we can move on to specific parts of the daily operations. As you can see here, Rig Manager has broken up the different operations into a list of tabs again. Let's start with the first one, BOP pressure test. Under this tab you can record the trucking company that did the pressure testing, or maybe it was the rig pump that was used. All this information can be recorded. We can then record our high and low pressure tests for the stack. Information like time to operate, low pressures and high pressures can all be recorded easily. We can also record the number of functions we did while recording our initial accumulator pressure as well as our final pressure. Next we can move on to safety drills. Here we can record our last BOP drill as well as our last man down drill as well as the time it took to complete. Next, under our daily safety checks, we can record our bump testing of monitors, crown saver tests, visual overhead inspections, as well as our air shutdowns. Next we move on to equipment run and pulled. Here we can keep track of tubing pulled, casing size, plug back TD, pumps that we ran, co-rod, no-turn tools, anything that might pertain to downhole operations for the next workover. Next is the crew. Here we can keep track of the entire crew along with rig hours worked and last days off. The next tab is details of operations. Most of you would refer to this as the tower sheet. Here we can enter a start and end time for each operation performed throughout the day. The different operations can easily be split up with multiple timestamps also. Next is the Extra Charges tab. Here we can track and charge for any additional charges that may have been used. Last is the Approver Stamp button. This drop-down box contains preloaded digital copies of oil companies' approver stamps. These stamps are preloaded as per user request. Once all the data is entered, or you want to go back to the front screen of Rig Manager, make sure you hit save before backing out. Once entering data on a particular page, it is a good habit to hit save after each task. We can now see our previous work record that we just created. We can now click on the work record and hit print to see the report view. If we need to edit the record, you must double-click on the report to open it up. Let's move on to the next tab.